Hey everybody, welcome to Behavior Bites. My name is Erin.
And I'm Mike, and we're also joined by our producer, Brad, who's behind the camera.
Hello.
All right, folks, we got a very special episode of Behavior Bites today. This is our third year. As you can see, Erin has joined us today, and Brad's behind the camera. Here's what's going on today. I've known Erin for about 7 years when she started at the ESU, and we've always been connected. We've always been pretty good pals. Brad came on a few years ago, and we had this conversation in a parking lot of a school about making these videos, about doing something related to behavior. And we were kind of stuck, like, yeah, that'd be fun, but we don't know what to do. And then we both kind of had this aha moment, like, we need to bring Erin in. And so she ended up providing some of that creative push and that kind of production value that we've been able to do for this. And that's when Behavior Bites became a trio and the team of Brad, Mike, and Erin. So, Erin, this is our last episode with us. Tell us what's going on. What's up? What's next for you, young lady?
Well, when I started here 7 years ago, I started as an administrative assistant. And I'd always been interested in psychology. But growing up, I had a plethora of problems, as many high schoolers do. But I just had this thought of like, there's no way I can help other people with their problems if I can't figure out my own. But I found that passion again when we started the LMHP program here, and I talked to the mental health providers, and I was just like, this is it. I just have to do it. And so I started my clinical mental health degree through Wayne State College, and I'm in my last 2 semesters, so it means I'm in my internship, and I'll actually be out at our districts for most of the week. So I'm kind of excited to be back. It's really bittersweet though, because Behavior Bites, it's probably one of the highlights of my admin assistant days.
I know all three of us are pretty passionate about this project, and like that voice of authenticity that you brought is it's really elevated what we've been able to do here. So, what are your thoughts on this, Erin? Like educators having students with a mental health diagnosis in the classroom.
So I think the term diagnosis in general is big, scary, daunting, and honestly completely stigmatizing. I think for teachers, it's less important that they focus on the terminology and the stigmatization behind like diagnosis, the word, and more so developing relationships with those kids so that they feel comfortable coming to us, coming to teachers to be like, hey, I need help.
What is your number one pro tip for educators that are watching on how to create those connections with those students that are potentially crying out for help?
It's not going to be easy, right? One, because relationships don't just happen like that. I mean, ours did, obviously, but relationships don't happen like that very often, right? So there are so many factors that come into this, but the biggest tip I can give is to listen, observe, and just be empathetic and caring, because school might be the only place that those kids have someone that cares about what they have to say or cares about what they do. You guys have been so great with Behavior Bites. You did like a meet and greet, right? So at the door, checking if they had breakfast, checking how they are, like scaling. Those are questions we use in mental health that educators can use. And it might be hard, but if you listen genuinely and just have this unconditional, what we call positive regard for these students, you will find that they develop that trust and they want to come to you and ask like, hey, could you help me out?
Okay, Erin, I want to thank you for your reflective voice today. I want to thank you for your compassionate voice that you always bring to this project that we're doing. And I know I speak for Brad when I say thank you for helping us with this project. And we're real proud of you. Do you have anything else to say to the people that might be watching here?
I'm glad I got to be a part of this. So go forth and do good things.